Let's find out the magic.
Thank you. So thank you so much, Steve, for asking me to do this. It's really nice. I didn't really know, I also wear many hats, and so I didn't really know exactly what to choose to talk about. And so my business, Cotswolds Concierge, is a membership business, and so I thought I could speak about that, but that might be boring for some to just hear me talk about me. And then I thought I'll try to make it about how having a membership business could work for almost any kind of business. So there's obviously many kinds of membership schemes out there, but the two that I thought we could talk about today was one, more like a reward or loyalty program. So we've all been to a coffee shop and had the well, they don't do stamp cards anymore, but they do apps, and you buy 9 and then you have one for free. But also, you go to Greg's and they do a great loyalty scheme, by the way, and it's on an app, and you get the discount straight away, and it's brilliant. So you think you're getting something, and that's lovely, but really the businesses, they're the ones that get the most, because yes, you get your free sausage roll, but they get your data, and the data that they get is what the reason that they do these loyalty schemes is so they can get your data. So I go to Greg's and I buy a vegan sausage roll. Then the next day I go back to Greg's and I buy a vegan sausage roll, and now they know that I probably am vegan and I probably like sausage rolls. And so that means now they can start marketing at me. And that's what they do it for, essentially. They want to know my habits and they want to know what I like, and then they know exactly what to send me and what to offer me on their app or what to email me. And they're Greg's or they're Tesco's or they're Costa, and they have gazillions of pounds. And so you don't, and I don't, and you don't. And so we think we can't do that, but we absolutely can, with a slight difference. So there's actually a way to do this for any kind of business. Say you have, you sell electrical, whatever goods or electrical services or anything. You have a customer and you want them to be a repeat customer. So the way to do that is to not constantly, but to often remind them of you. And so you have to offer them something. It could be good service, but it could also be a discount of some kind, or a referral to your business partners, or it could be anything that they have that they would like that you have. And so we all have access to, for instance, a MailChimp or Email Octopus or whatever they're all called, all these email programs. There's even free trials. There's ways that you can do this kind of thing in your business for very little. Now, all of these email programs, they have something called workflows, and you get someone's data, their email address, and then you put them into your email system, whichever one you use, and then you can start adding them into a workflow. So you put someone into a workflow depending on what they bought from you or the kind of service that they have had from you, and then you start talking at them about something that interests them. With the workflows, you can adjust your behavior depending on their behavior. So you send them an email about a service that you provide and they don't even open it. So that's data for you. You can be annoyed that they didn't open the email, but actually they've taught you something. They're not interested in what you just said. And so next time you go, hopefully they don't unsubscribe, but next time you say something else, and then they open the email, and you go, right, now I've learned something. And so you can do this yourself if you're a little bit technically minded, or you can hire a freelance marketeer or whoever you like to do this for you. But if you do this well, and if you do it right, and if you set it up to start with, you have something that works for you. Now you've done it once, you don't have to do it again. Now you're learning about your customers, and you don't have to keep asking them. You don't have to keep going, hey, I'm still here, still, offering these services, these products that I provide. And so a great way to make a reward or a loyalty scheme work for you in almost any kind of business is to use these email services that are out there. And obviously, it's something that I've done for businesses, small and medium-sized businesses. And if you have any questions, I'm always happy to answer. And I have my favorite programs, and I've done this many times. So you don't have to hire me to do it for you. But if any questions or anything, I'm always happy to answer. It's something that's just really, really good, because we were talking about time management, and you have to make your time work for you. You can't do everything. And so if you utilize a tool that is free or not incredibly expensive, then you can really make your time work for you as well. So that's one loyalty program or membership program that is out there. The other one I wanted to talk about is the one that I use for my own business, which is a membership scheme. So my business, Cotswolds Concierge, is a business that offers to consumers a website and social content about the Cotswolds. And my members are not the people that particularly that look at the website. My members are businesses who are interested in having their business put in front of consumers. And so Cotswolds Concierge has existed for 12 years. And I started out as let's do something for tourism in the Cotswolds. And then you do your work, and you start knowing people, and things evolve. And I started doing these huddles, Cotswolds huddles, the networking events that I mentioned before. And so the more you do things in your area, the more people you get to know. And so I did these networking events, and it worked well. But I always stayed kind of within my with the tourism and thinking about the end user as in the consumer. And then COVID hit, all things stopped, as we all know. And so my members were all in hospitality, almost all of them. And that was me done. So I fell through all the cracks that were out there for government support. And so I had to take a real job. People would pay me, and that's lovely and novel, but it wasn't for me. I need to work for myself. But I did this for a year and a half, a bit longer maybe. And then I thought, no, this is not right. We've moved on. COVID has happened, and most people are coming back now, so I think I can do the same. And so I thought, well, I still have my platform, but I had stopped all the membership. I'd stopped everyone that were paying me every year. So I do a yearly membership. Some businesses do a weekly or a monthly or whatever, but mine was a yearly one. So I had to, it was almost like starting over. So I had my platform and I had my website, but things had happened also. There were some of the businesses that my members that had gone bust during COVID. There was lots that were different. So I had to start over, which I did. And then I had to, obviously, because when you stop your business, you have to think, well, you have to give people a reason to come back to you. And so I did a reduced rate for the first year and all this stuff. And a lot of the members that had been members with me came back at the reduced rate, and that was all fine. And then I was there, having had a business before where every single month I had and someone that was renewing after their year was up. And I didn't have that, because we all now started on this is just over a year ago. We started up from scratch, and I thought, what am I going to do? And so what this has led me to do is create a membership business that is much better than it was before I started, because now I had to go into this business, and instead of being possibly slightly complacent and being used to the constant stream of membership payments, I had to think, I have to add value. I have to add value all the time so I can get new people joining. And so what I did was I created a wedding arm of Cotswolds Concierge, and I created a workshop arm, and I created a business arm and a food and drink arm and all this stuff. And so I had to create membership groups that had different interests. And so I did that so I could have as many people or businesses as possible sign up with me and get value from me. And I'm happy to say that has worked really well. And we're now a year in and people are starting to renew. And so now I feel like the business that I had before is back the way it was, but it's been made better because I was made to add value and add value and add more value and make a better business so that I could have more members. And so this all came about, because of COVID, and that was an awful thing. But, I'm not glad that COVID happened, but I'm glad that this happened to my business because I've made this membership scheme work for me better. And I think if we can take anything away, if anyone can take anything away from a membership business like that, is that it really works when all you're doing is thinking about adding value. So a lot of businesses do a membership thing and then think, right, that's us done. They'll pay us every month now. Excellent. And if you don't do that, if you, like me, are made to look at it differently, turn it around a little bit, you can make your business even better. But if anyone has questions about membership or loyalty schemes or anything, I'm always here. But yeah, that's me done. Thank you.